What if we told you you could create a video of the Queen of England dancing with a moose, without her ever having done that? What if we were able to make a video so realistic that it would be impossible to tell if it's fake? What if we could make such a video so realistic that even the Queen herself would seriously consider if she danced with a moose before? Well, it seems like we may already be able to do that. On today's episode of Super Freaky Science, we're going to talk about deepfakes. We'll be checking out what they are, how they work, if they work, and how realistic they are. Deepfakes are synthetic media where one person in an existing video is replaced with someone's likeness. You're probably thinking, well, that's not shocking. After all, the art of faking videos isn't new. And you are correct. The art of faking videos isn't new, but this particular method is both new and extremely effective. That's because it doesn't make use of regular video editing technology. Instead, it leverages powerful techniques from machine learning and artificial intelligence to manipulate or generate visual and audio content with a high potential to deceive. However, we know that deepfakes didn't arise in a vacuum. They must have been created, so who did? First off, we know that the best deepfake videos come out of university labs and startups. One of the most impressive deepfakes, a video of David Beckham speaking 9 languages, is made by a technical university in Munich in Germany. There's even a video by MIT researchers that show Richard Nixon delivering the speech he was supposed to make if the Apollo 11 mission had failed. Deepfakes are basically like video editing, but are much better, smarter, and more capable of deceiving. And deepfakes aren't a dream. They are not on the way to being developed. They have been developed, even though they continue to evolve. They've already been used in celebrity porn videos, revenge porn videos, fake news, and hoaxes. And while the tech isn't yet airtight, it's pretty damn good. How good? Well, good enough to make you believe that the Queen may have danced with a moose. Once upon a time, in the lost years of the early 2000s, deepfake videos could only be made by intelligent organisations like the CIA and the biggest Hollywood studios. But now, almost anyone can download deepfake apps and make their own low-quality deepfakes. Right now, deepfakes have been limited to small pranks like placing faces of a celebrity on a porn star or replacing the faces of popular actresses with the face of Nick Cage. But it would be just as easy for this technology to be deployed for truly malevolent ends. For example, a truly despicable person could try to destroy someone's marriage with a deepfake video. Or they could make truly dangerous propaganda videos with it. Or they could release a video of the Queen dancing with a moose. However, we aren't quite sure that would work. We know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, well, this sounds bad and serious. Why haven't I heard of it before? Well, you probably weren't listening. Deepfake technology is so dangerous that Marco Rubio, a Republican senator from Florida and 2016 presidential candidate, called them modern nuclear weapons. Yeah, Rubio said they were just as dangerous as nuclear weapons and could kill about 80,000 people in one day. Okay, he didn't say that, but that's what he implied. And in a way, he's right. Deepfakes are exceedingly dangerous. You may think he's exaggerating, but in reality, according to Rubio, all you needed to undermine American elections is a really good deepfake video. Like the Queen dancing with... You know what, we aren't going to talk about the Queen dancing with a moose anymore. But Rubio's point is clear. If you want to capture the White House and throw America into turmoil, all you need to make is an exceedingly convincing deepfake video and spread it through social media. Now that we know that deepfakes may just be as dangerous as nuclear bombs, shouldn't we know a bit of how they work? That seems sensible, doesn't it? There are lots of different ways to make deepfakes. You can use a potent, but less comprehensive combination of AI and non-AI algorithms. And you can make use of generative adversarial networks. The very best image deepfake makes uses generative adversarial networks. In this network, two machine learning models fight it out. One model takes on a set of data and tries to create video forgeries, and the other model tries to detect the forgeries. The first model makes forgeries and corrects them until the other model cannot detect the forgery anymore. The larger the dataset the machine program has to train on, the more believable the forgery is. That's why the very first deepfakes were celebrities and politicians, since there was an enormous wealth of data for the machines to learn from. It was easy to create the forgery. Deepfakes need a lot of data because the machine has to understand how the subject looks. There have to be videos from all kinds of angles, from different kinds of lighting, and in different conditions. After the machine has sufficiently understood how the subject looks, it would be able to superimpose the face on that of any actor. So, hypothetically, a Florida man could dance with a moose in his backyard, and the Queen's face would be superimposed onto his face, and no one would be any the wiser. Of course, this kind of technology has wider uses than just making videos and putting words in the mouths of politicians. Generative adversarial networks are a big leap forward in what is called unsupervised learning. This is a machine learning model where the machine teaches themselves. These models have great potential as they can be used to improve the ability of self-driving vehicles to recognise pedestrians and bicyclists. It could also be used to improve conversational applications like Siri and Alexa. However, not all deepfake videos are made with generative adversarial networks. Most fakes are made with a constellation of AI and non-AI algorithms. But they aren't quite as good as the ones made with generative adversarial networks. This is because generative adversarial networks requires lots and lots of hours of training footage, something that isn't always easily accessible. But let's get back to deepfakes. What makes deepfakes even scarier is the fact that they don't have to be very good to be effective. Since people usually see what they want to believe, all you need to do is make it just a little bit believable. Deepfakes are a more sinister and more believable genre of fake news. And we know that fake news works because of two reasons. One, they are believable, and two, people want to believe them. Some say that fake news is so effective not because they are believable, but because people want to believe them. And to be fair, that sounds pretty likely. But even fake news can be fact-checked. But can deepfakes be fact-checked? The answer is yes, and no. A very good deepfake video cannot be fact-checked through the video alone. People who have to fact-check these videos do so with the aid of eyewitnesses, collaborating evidence, plausibility checks, and looking for inconsistencies. It's near impossible to say if a good deepfake video is fake through video alone. Other contexts have to be used. As long as we can do that, we may be able to tell if a deepfake is real or not. But what happens in the scenario where we can't do that? What if a deepfake, staged in a context that cannot be fact-checked, comes out? Well, we don't know. The victim would, of course, say the video was fake. But would anyone believe that? This scenario goes both ways. What if a real video comes out, but it can't be cross-referenced? Wouldn't it be easier to just denounce it as a doctored film? All this tells us is that we are moving into previously uncharted territory, and we aren't quite sure what the future holds. In any case, we have some clues of how people in the future will deal with deepfakes, and the answer isn't pretty. Social media companies like Facebook, TikTok and Twitter have essentially banned deepfakes from their platform. But what if there's no way to know if a deepfake is a deepfake or not? For example, should we dismiss all sex tapes out of hand and tag them as deepfakes? These are questions that nobody has found the answers to, and we must inevitably answer these questions in the coming years. Deepfake tech is not going to leave anytime soon. The tech is constantly evolving, and within a decade or two, it may get to the point where we are unable to distinguish truth from lies. In a world of information, technology like deepfakes may be a nuclear weapon. Perhaps Marco Rubio was right about this one. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We have loads of videos like this just for you. Goodbye, and stay safe.